All right. Allah wants to with me. We thank the Lord once again for this precious season. This is your host, Henry Duodu Appiahkorang, on my podcast, Isaiah Discussion. And today I have with me a personality. We are going to talk a lot about your business. It relates to your Christianity and other important topics. So, without wasting much time, we would like to know who our guest is. Can we know who you are?
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. So I'm Serge Wacka. For people who doesn't know me, I'm not that famous. I'm not even famous at all. I'm just a normal guy, a dreamer, born in Cameroon because I'm originally from Cameroon. And I decided, my parent just gave me the opportunity to go and study abroad. And I've traveled the world. I'm working currently for several companies as a consulting business consultant. I like strategies. I wrote a book also about sales. And yes, this is how I feel all my days, no, in terms of professionally speaking.
All right, that's great. Serge Wacka from Cameroon. I think,
Serge, correct.
um, okay. I think from my podcast, I think you are the second, or I think the first. If I'm not sure, the second person or the first from Africa. All my hosts are from America, Asia, and then I think you are the first African, if not first, second on my podcast. So, Sergi, I went through your book, and then going through your book, I want to discuss about your book without wasting much time. You talk about mindset. You talk about several important topics about resilience and overcoming adversity. You talk about relationship and then networking. You talk about AI. So let us base on this book on this topic called mindset and then attitude for success. Can you give us okay before that what before that we get into what inspired you to write your book and why do you write the book for the market? Since there are many business books online, over 1,000 books, million books online, what really inspired you to write that book in a very short summary from Seiji?
Yes, sure. First of all, thank you so much for your curiosity, no? Because you went to check and also to see a bit what I was putting out there. It's extremely good. It's extremely important also. I decided to write the book just because I wanted to change few things. I do believe that people are here into this planet Earth to serve others. So my idea was, okay, how can I serve someone? Helping him to succeed in something I master extremely well? The answer was yes. I said, okay, let me do that. The second aspect was, out there is a lot of people, right? A lot of business people, a lot of coach, a lot of gurus, a lot of people. Let's say putting out a lot of stuff, asking for a lot of money to people. I was like, my younger self, not having that amount of money, not having those capabilities to be with people, to be around certain type of people. What do my younger self will want, right? When I started, let's say my entrepreneur journey, or let's say, no, even my career, right? As soon as I finished the school and stuff like that, I had a lot of challenges, pretty much all of us, no, right? And I didn't have that guide, someone who can guide me. So this is one of the main reasons I decided to write the book. It's like, okay, Serge, let's talk to your younger 20 years old. What will you want? How can you achieve stuff? How can you do great stuff in this life? How can you serve people through what you're currently doing? It can be sales, it can be anything you want. But how can you do that? I am using the channel of sales because it's common for most of the entrepreneurs, and it's easy for people to understand also, right? So I decided to put something out there, to put everything, all of my experience, let's say almost close to 2 decades of experience, no, out there. And yes, let's see, I really hope that it's going to help someone. And if it's the case, then my goal is completely achieved.
Well, that's great, Serge Wacka. Serge Wacka. So, you see that most of the books we see online, um, most of them are for Americans. You see, depend on their cultural um, system and then how things have been operated. Is your book written for the African? Because Africa has its own system, Asia has her own system, America has her own system, Europe has its own system. So, in your book, are you writing to the Africans? Are you writing to the Americans, to the Asians, to the Europeans? And we want to know much about, because there are some system in America that might not work in Africa. There are some system in Africa that might not work in Europe. So, what what is the foundation? Is it mainly for a global connection? Is it for Africans, Americans, and then putting your wisdom into practice? How is it going to benefit more of the Africans, more of the Americans, more of the Europeans, the Asians? Can we know much about that?
Oh, yes, sure. I do really strongly believe that when it comes to serving people independently on where you are, you can do so, right? You can be in Africa, you can be in Europe, you can be in Asia. It's just matter of understanding few things. Again, if you want to serve someone in your area, you need to adapt also the message to that person in that area. If you talk to someone of 15 years old, you need to adapt the message to it. If you talk to someone of 30 years old, you need to adapt also. It's the same for the culture. It's just matter of adapting, but the core message is the same. Serve. The book is not for a particular, let's say, continent, right? It's really for everyone seeking or looking, or let's say someone wishing to have a big brother by his side. That I can convert through that book, telling him exactly what life is about, how you need to do stuff to succeed, why it's extremely important. We talk about mindset, because I didn't want to write something putting stuff related to spirituality, religion, all those stuff, right? But everything is interconnected, as you can imagine. What channel can I use? The target are all those people out there looking to transform the life of others. And how can you do that? You can do that by being good in communicating, by being extremely good in serving others. But it's not like you are born in that way. You need to learn. You need to acquire some skills. So the book is really a collection of not only skills, not only of tool set, but I teach also the mindset to be able to serve someone. You cannot be, let me say, in Cameroon, where I was born, and think that you can do business in a certain way, or better, you can serve someone in a certain way and think you can succeed. Like, for example, if you get the first no, and you think that that's no, it's against you, then you're not learning, because the mindset of life, the principle teach us that it's extremely important to go through a particular no for the yes, because that no is going to build you're going to become stronger, right? You're going to understand a lot of stuff. It's exactly what happened into our lives. Sometimes someone can go through let me call it a no period, right? Where everything is wrong. Everything is not going in the direction that you wish, or the direction of your goal. You're suffering. It's tough to achieve. It's even tough to eat. But if your mindset, if your mind, it's like, what do I need to do? How can I survive here? Everything is difficult. The government is not helping, this type of things. Then you're keeping yourself away from the abundance that has been created for you. So how do you do that? It's a matter of accepting that no is a challenge. That's okay. It's a rejection, but not just for the moment. And that rejection is happening for you, not against you. Learn from it. The more no you're going to get, the better you will become. Before you start doing something particular, something really good in this life, you need to go through a process. That process requires you to learn stuff, right? To make you stronger. And this is how you're able to do fantastic stuff after. So again, it's a process. I wrote the book really for that particular reason. Not for African, not for European, for everyone. For someone with just a heart, right? Looking just to say, hey, this is what I can do for you. It can be just mentoring someone. It can be selling something. It can be just, yeah, doing anything else for others. Then it requires you to have that skill called selling. And selling requires you to know how to communicate your stuff, how to put your stuff together, how to know the process, how to do your things, and then you will achieve what you're supposed to achieve in this life. This is how I think. And these are the main reason why I wrote it and why everyone with a heart can read it and probably get something out of it, I hope.
Serge Wacka, about your book about it's for a global mindset, and then having that mind. So as Serge Wacka, you are from Cameroon, and have you ever been and then see what is happening there? And are you still in America? I don't know whether you said no, you are in America. I didn't hear much about thank you introduction very well. You said you are in America, right? And want to know much you are doing there. What did you study there? And then have you ever been to Cameroon to know the condition, what is happening there, and what is going on there, and then how you came out with that book, Serge Wacka.
Thank you. Again, I'm born and raised in Cameroon, no? So I left Cameroon when I was like 20 years old. So I moved to Italy. So I started studying business in Italy. Then from Italy, I moved to France. Then from France to England, then from England to France again, then to Canada, then to US. I've traveled the world, not only because I was looking a place for my families to stay, but also because of work, right? Because of what I think I can do out there. Um, is it different doing something in Cameroon, like doing something in Ghana, like doing something in Nigeria, or doing something in South Africa, or in France, or in Montreal, or in Toronto, or better, in New York? Is it different? Yes, it's different. You need to adapt yourself to your environment. It's extremely important. This is what I've learned. In Middle East, for example, just to give you a simple example, if you want to work in Middle East, if you want to serve people there, if you want to help them to achieve something that they want to achieve, the culture is completely different. Even when you greet someone, you need to act in a particular way. The same I've seen, for example, in the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria. The younger you are, you need to show a certain respect to people older than you. In France, it's the same, or in Italy. For someone to trust you, for someone to give you access to, let's say, to his business, or to tell you exactly what his issue are, so you can help him to solve that, you need to understand the culture also, right? You need to do some research, but you need to also not to really do like some of the place, but to make sure you can be in a situation where that person can come to you and you can serve him. It's extremely important. What example I can take? Imagine you, Henry, you are, I don't know, let's say in South Africa, or let me put in France, where I'm currently. And you think that doing exactly that you are doing for what you master the most, that you are going to get the same result. It won't be the case. But if you don't study a bit what your audience, what the French people, how they behave, what type of things, what type of message you need to adapt based on their culture, you won't be able to serve them. Serving people is also putting yourself not in your comfort zone or your comfort area to be able to serve them. So independently on where I am, Cameroon, Accra, Cape Town, Paris, or wherever, US, Canada, Montreal, Toronto, I don't mind. I just make sure that I'm here for a reason and I need to achieve what I'm supposed to achieve. So I will do everything I can with the help of God to achieve that. So this is exactly how I do.
That's great. So, Seiji, traveling from, let's say, Cameroon to England to France to Italy to Canada and all of these places. So, what universal principle do you think that can work? It doesn't matter who I am. If I apply this principle, I can succeed in this particular place.
Perfect. You just said, let's say the key expression, universal principle. Meaning what? Meaning that independently on where you are, the principle work, all right? Because let me take just the principle of giving, the law of giving. You can be in Cameroon, you can be in Accra, you can be in New York, Georgia, Florida. Do you think giving have another color, another meaning, another thing? No, I think, right? It's a universal principle. Giving to others mean what? Opening your heart to be able to accept certain number of stuff, but also to share, because we are born to do what? We are born to share, right? We are born to make sure that the type of knowledge I can have, Henry, will be the same type of knowledge you need to have, because I will be successful if I'm able to share that knowledge with you. The principle of, let me call it, circulation. Just look how your body function. The blood from your heart to every type of organ. Imagine you stop one of them. Imagine you take your hand and you block that a vein or something of your heart. What happened to that human being? That human being will die. Do you agree? That human being will die, because the principle of circulation is for every places. It's universal. It need to be applied everywhere. The principle works. The law works. Again, it's not like we have created this world. No, it's like that. God already created this world. It's like that. We know the principle. He gave us the principle. He sent a lot of people to teach us the principle. We just need to apply them. Giving, you don't need to be white to be able to give, or to be black to be able to give. As soon as you are a human being, not a human living, a human being with a heart, you are able to give. The law of circulation is the same. The polarity is the same when we talk about the principle. How knowing that after the night, the day will come. In our life, it's always like that, right? When you go through a tough moment, what happened after that? That tough moment is preparing you for something, for the light after. In every bad situation, there is a good side of it, the polarity, right? Which is another universal principle. Into the book, I'm teaching only a few of those stuff, right? Like the principle of gratitude on the mindset chapter. Why it's extremely important to be grateful, not only with your customers, but it's just my way to say to people, the first thing when you wake up is to connect yourself with God, and make sure you are grateful for everything. That one is the beginning of everything. So this is why I'm starting also the book in that way. But again, I'm teaching sales, but in another way.
All right. All right, Seiji. Um, I think you said a lot about in that. Want to also know about where you talk about resilience and then overcoming adversity. Let's say in a 3 minutes, can you give an overview of how to be resilient and how to overcome adversity in becoming successful? Let's say 3 minutes to give an overview of that particular point. You want to know much about resilience and overcoming.
How to overcome adversity, or how to build your resilience to overcome it. Yes, to overcome a lot of challenge. I would like to use an example. Imagine a particular situation where, I don't know, for someone listening to us, there is a challenge that you're currently facing, but that challenge is there for a reason. Again, stuff happen for a reason, and you want to achieve something. It can be just having a job, right? Or maybe uh, building your dream business, or having a wife, or just having someone you can share your life with. Before you get to that goal, there is a lot of stuff that are going to happen in between. But the first thing, because you asked me the how do you overcome that? The first thing to do is to set up the intention. Why are you doing that? Because for everything you are going to encounter along the way, only that intention, that why, that purpose will make sure you achieve your dream, or will make sure that you achieve that goal. If you don't put the intention first, like, hey, I want to have that wife into my life because I would like to build a family. But not only, the intention is I would like to do a lot of other things, having a family. For that business is, through my business, I would like to serve a lot of other people. I would like to bring this into the community. I would like to do that. Adversity, as soon as you set up something, it's like the universe or whatever. You start facing a lot of challenges. And again, it's not like we are reinventing the wheel, no? Life has always been in that way. As soon as you set up a goal, you're going to face challenge. And it's normal, because those challenges are preparing you to serve people. So how do you become resilient then? Hey, we all have different way. If I speak to business people, hey, one, you can be resilient by trusting God. One, is it a liar? Did he put you there for just for you to suffer? No. So you trust him. You have that faith. One. How? You ask. Second, everything you're going to learn along the way, it's for you, because it's preparing you for something good. So stay there. Continue. Never give up. Never. Because if you give up, then you will never know. Being resilient is extremely important, not only in business, not only in
Well,
sales, but
never
in our
give up.
life.
I like that point. Never give up. It's a very great principle here that when you stand on your ground through the challenges, you are building up muscles to overcome every obstacle that stands your way. As I'm an author, sometimes we go through these things, and then normally we'll fall like you. We still have to hold on and keep up going, because with God, all things are possible. So, Seiji, about building relationship and networking, can you also give us like a 3 minutes? Can you give us something, an insight into how to build relationship and networking to become successful? Yeah, Seiji.
Yeah, sure. Building a relationship is just a matter of being yourself, because you need to be true with yourself, and you need also to make sure to attract to you people that are themselves. How do you build a relationship? For what reason? And because again, the intention should be there. For why are you building relationship? Why do you want to build connection? It's just to be selfish, to get something and then leave, or maybe it's you're building a relation because you're thinking from that relationship you can build something bigger, something extremely important. You can serve a lot more people. The intention should always be there. How do you build that? Be yourself. Be you. Because you're unique as you are. You have some talent that no one in the planet Earth already have. You are unique. This is why your DNA is unique. You are Serge. You are John. You are Kwame. You are unique. Build a relationship based on who you are, based on the stuff you stand for. Learn from people. Meet people. Teach to people stuff. Give them value. Serve them. Currently, especially into business, people sometimes think that they can automate everything, no? Like, with AI, everyone is thinking that life is becoming easier. But what they forget sometimes is that building connection, meaningful connection, building a trust relationship with someone will help you a lot. The machine cannot do that. AI will never be able to do that. A relationship is everything. Into your family, into your life, into your community. The more you approach people to give them value first, always, always give first, always. Give, give, give. Always give. Never cease to give. Be yourself, independently of where you are. Just be yourself, and things will be okay.
Well, that's great. So you talk about AI, artificial intelligence. Can you elaborate more on AI, on how it also connects with your success in AI, Sergi?
I'm not that an expert in AI. Yeah, I need to be completely honest. I'm not an expert, so I'm just like I'm learning on the way. One thing I can tell to your audience is consider AI as your assistant. He cannot create nothing because he needs the human to be able to create stuff. The only person who can create stuff is the creator, and the other creator that the creator has created is another creator. So it's a human being. AI will never replace human. This is what I think. But AI is just an assistant. When you take it in that way, AI is able to give you in a few seconds what maybe it can take you 1 hour to get. But again, it's not like it's going to solve all your issue, because at the end of the day, you still need to get your training. You still need to know how to use that. You still need to know what you're talking about. It's just like an assistant. Hey, I want this email writing in this way because I'm talking to that person. Craft something of 2 lines or 3 lines, and with a full stop and then a signature. Your assistant will do that for you, and then you can tweak it as you want. Hey, for that surgery, we are thinking that this patient can have this type of disease. These are the info that we do have. Let me know what type of diagnosis I'm missing. Your assistant will say, if your study already this will be the next step. It's an assistant. It helps you to be quicker. So use it because it's extremely important. Now we are living in an era where speed is extremely important, right? Don't stay far from it. It's extremely important to learn how to use it, but to make sure you consider him just as an assistant, because he will never solve your issue. You cannot go to AI and ask him, how do I get more money? Because you're telling to yourself lies, no? How do I serve people? Well, you can try this way. But again, it's an assistant. It will never be a human being. So this is what I think about AI. Again, I'm not a really technical person. I know AI will have, it's like internet before, no? So a lot of smart people out there will do great things with that. But currently I'm using that just as an assistant, and that's it.
Well, that's great, Serge Wacka. Serge, so have you been able to build something on your own, like maybe a business, something on your own, Sergi?
Yes. I do have several type of businesses. Yes, definitely, yes.
Oh, okay. So can you just give us a little about your business, what you do, and yeah.
Again, in everything I do, I try to, at the maximum level, to serve people. My goal, my dream is to be able to contribute or give job to almost 500 million people, right? So independently on the type of industry, it can be agro industry, it can be because I have, let's say, facilities in Nigeria. I'm also based in Cameroon, in Ivory Coast, in Northern Africa, Morocco, to be precise. In France here, I'm also a business person, but again, it's not just doing business per se, right? It's not just going after another opportunity. It's just matter of, hey, what do I want to achieve in life? What is my main purpose? And can I achieve it through giving job to other people, through giving dignity to some people? Yes, then I get into it. So yes, I'm into different type of industry, into finance, into real estate, into telecom, yeah, into agro business also. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Sergi, so does it have a name? Is it registered where people can find you? Like this, where you are based? Does it have a physical address or maybe where
Yeah,
people can
sure.
find?
People can find me on internet. I'm currently starting, let's say, to share a bit of knowledge in on Facebook. If people want to find me into my companies, they will just find my CEOs everywhere. So it can be either DCG West Africa or Deltacom Group, which is the telecom one, or Agora Africa, or Agora Africa Logistic, or Waka Brothers, or Alpha Eco Trees, or anyway, yes, quite this express group for logistic one. But anyway, these are just stuff that has been built for people to help to serve the community and to give job to people. But if people want to find me, find the person, Serge, just follow what I'm starting doing on social media. So Instagram, Strategist by Serge Wacka. I teach sales in my way. I teach strategies in my way. I teach few words of wisdom in my way. So this is the most important part.
Okay, Sergi. So Sergi, can we, in summary, what are your last words for our hearers? Your last wisdom piece about your book, whatever I want to share with the audience, can you share with us?
My last word for the audience: learn. It's extremely important to learn. You are here. You know, there is a quote that I like a lot. The quote said, "The illiterate of these 21st centuries are not those who cannot read or write. The illiterate of these 21st centuries are those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn." It's extremely important to always be like a child, to dream and to learn new stuff. Learn. Because the moment you stop learning, the moment you abandon the fact that it's better for you to acquire new skills, to know new stuff, to explore new area, you won't be able to bring a lot of value into this earth. It's extremely important. Put yourself out there. Do stuff that are meaningful. And I'm pretty sure the result will just follow. So never give up. Learn, and give as much as you can.
Never Give Up, Learn, and You. That is by Serge Wacka. So, Serge, about your book again, what is the title of your book? Where can you get some of your book to buy? Do you have a blog? Can you share with us social media handles to help our here?
Yes, the book is available at the moment only on Amazon, and also the publishing company that I have, Edition is in French, or publishing house Perang, or Edition Perang, or Edition Maison de Vie Québec. This is in French. So yes, the book is available on Amazon. Just digit Serge Wacka, Serge, Serge, Wacka, Wacka, and you will find the book. So yes, this is where people can find it. Yes, this is where I'm sharing those few stuff.
Can you give the title of the book? What's the title of the book again, Sergi?
The title of the book is Sales Mastery Guide. Sales Mastery Guide. It's really for everyone, huh? For advanced people, for people who just started their career into sales. Again, I'm sharing just experience, decades of experience into few lines, the basic that you need to know to succeed in every area, because I retain people, all of us, to be salespeople, all of us. A child who want to ride his bicycle and asking to his parent, I need a bike, he need to sell it, the idea to you, for you to buy that bike to him. So we are all salespeople, right? For someone in his community trying to teach to people or sharing words of wisdom, you need to be a salesperson so people can connect with you, so people can also learn from you. So there are tips, there is a how to do that. So Sales Mastery Guide, Strategies for Success by Serge Wacka. But again, it's easy. Amazon is just like a collection of, it's a melting pot of a lot of books, no? So better digit those, my first name and last name, Serge Wacka.
All right. So this is how we end our discussion today. I had with me Serge Wacka. This is your host, Henry Duodu Appiahkorang, on my podcast. As here discussion, get a book for yourself. I glanced through the sample and I saw that it's a very good book, so I'll search for it myself and read through the book. So this is how we end our discussion. God bless you and share with your loved ones and see you.